Hi guys, welcome back to Texture Tags on Tuesday. We're following Jeri Bellini. If you aren't following her, it is Jeri and then Bellini, Bellini, over on YouTube. She's doing the Texture Tags on Tuesday. I'm just following along. Today's is going to be round weaving. What is she calling this one? Sorry. I've lost her. Jeri, I lost you. She's calling this one, let's see, this is episode 11, weaving in the round. Episode 11. I didn't write down. I need to write down. Oh, where are my tag things? Episode number 11. Number 11. Weaving in the round. Any number of warp as long as it's odd number. Okay, long as it's odd numbers. So first thing I did, I planned a little bit, but not a whole lot. I did go, because she said we were going to be doing a little bit more weaving maybe in the future. I did go find my basket of leftover yarns. So I'm going to move you guys over here. Pardon the light, pardon the strap. But this is my big basket of yarns that I had left over from whatever projects I got. I don't know even what all I have in here. There's some blues. There's some goldens and browns. There's this silver metallic. There's this bright blue. There's greens. There's a half-finished project. There's a variety of stuff in here. I don't know what I'm going to use today, but I got little bits and bobs. We'll just pick something. Maybe I'll use some of that now. I picked this. It's a origami paper that somebody gifted me, this whole big pack of origami paper, which was awesome. And I already pasted it to this to my tag on the one side. So I'm gonna pick things that go with those colors. So I'm gonna scoot you back over here into where you belong, because it's easier for me, it's easier for you, and then you can see those colors. I think I'll go with like this green. That would go good. Not the blues. Let me dig down into the bottom where the little scrappy pieces are, because this isn't going to take a whole lot. Maybe a bit of this kind of orange color. Maybe a tiny piece of this. And am I going to need more than that? I don't know. I got this bit of variegated. That'll work. Okay, those colors will work together. And I'm going to start by using some embroidery floss in maybe, do I want it to kind of match maybe the yellow again? Oop, let's cut me a piece that's going to be probably long enough to do the whole thing. Maybe it's going to go around 1, 2, 3. I don't remember how many holes I've got, so I'm just going to kind of measure approximately and maybe add some extra. Something like like that. That looks good. We're taking that much, however much that is. And what I did was on the back, I drew a circle, and then I kind of like drew some lines across, and then I used, in order to make sure I had an odd number of holes, I started here. I don't know if you guys can see that. I started here, and then I just kind of went around straight across here. So I used those two. I skipped that line. I thought that was too close together, and then I just did like every other line when I went across. I realize now that I have them, they're going to be wider over here and closer together over here, but that's okay. And then I just poked holes, so these are even. So that's an even number all the way around here, except for this one, which makes it an odd. Makes it easy, right? And I just did that on the back and poked holes. So I don't know if you guys can even see them. You can't. But there are holes here, and then there's one in the middle. Got to make sure you do one in the middle. And then I need my needle. I'm going to continue to use this tapestry needle because it's got a blunt end. I won't poke them myself. And then I'm just going to start in one spot. Hold onto the tail. Make sure it's at least that long. And then go across to one of these. It's not quite straight across, but it's close. Right? Oh, like that. And then I'm going to go over to the next one over. Getting everything connected. And then this way, wherever that dot is. I really can't see them myself. I have to kind of feel for it. Where's my hole? There it is. And I'm not pulling super tight. I don't want it to bow. I want it to just have even tension, but not to bow. And then go to the next one. And then across to there. Did I pull that tight enough? I want to be tight, but not too tight, if that makes sense. And then across to here. If you want the actual tutorial, go follow Jeri's channel. She is the one doing the teaching. I'm just following along. But we're playing, we're enjoying ourselves. We're just having fun, right? Make sure I'm not skipping any holes. Come on. Where's my hole? I'm going to have more threads than she has. I made more spots, but that's okay. You can make as many as you want as long as you have an odd number. And the reason you have to have an odd number is if you have an even number, then when you do your unders, overs, when you come back to do the next round, you'll be in the exact same spot. You need that odd number to get the under, over correct. if that makes sense. And when you're done going all the way around, you should end up with one extra hole. I want this one. So go up in there. See, now I don't have any place over here for this to go. That's my last one. So this one's going to go down into that middle hole, wherever that was. Like that. Something like that. I should have caught that one. Let me go back. Let me take that out. I want to go back and catch that other thread if I can. I want to catch this one. That's better. Okay. And now you can tie this off in the back. If you can. And then you can start weaving in here with all your other things, or you can do a couple rows with your warp thread, which is what I think I'm going to do. So I'm going to come back up into that center hole, trying not to pierce any of my threads that are already there. Just if I can, push them aside a little bit. There we go. And then we're just going to go over under. So I ended up under. And then I'm going to go over, under, over, under. Over, under, over, under. You remember on that last one when I got confused and I ended up with two in exactly the same spot? That's what you don't want with this. See, now I'm back to the beginning. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm back to the beginning. That one is over. It was over that one. So it should come out, if I'm doing it right, as a weaving. That was under, over, under, over, under. Ah! It's getting caught on my board. Over, under, over, under, over. I could put it tighter, but I don't think I want to. I think I want them kind of loose in the middle. I don't want it super duper tight. I don't remember where I started, so I'm just going to stop when I get over here, I think. That's a good middle bit. You guys see that? Am I too far away? you don't really see much. Everything blends in. Sorry about that. Like I said, I don't know how she does, what she does. That was very long. I'm going to, actually, in order to end this, so that I don't have threads sticking out, I think I'm actually going to just pierce into my backing page. Right there. Just like that, and I'm going to cut that so it's, or maybe I'll tie it to this one. Doesn't matter what the back looks like. Okay. Save those little bits. Could be used for something else later. What do I want to do next? I want to take my next thinnest. I think that's going to be this one. And I really don't need very much. Come on. Get it out of my bundle here. Okay, this seems to be very fragile. Okay, so I'm going to go 1, 2, maybe 3 times around, 4 times around. I don't want it very much. We're going to cut that off. Okay. And then I am going to actually start right where I left off. Where was that? That was here. I'm going to come back up in that same hole. But I need to be on the other side of the thread. Okay, so back over, under, over, under. And we're just going to keep on going around until we're done. If I was somebody who edited videos, I would at this point just edit and you guys wouldn't see the rest, which would be fine with me. But I don't edit. So you get to just sit with me while I do this. We've got some really crazy weather. I'm going to talk about the weather, yes. Because yesterday was nearly 100 degrees. It was like 90 something. 96, 98, something like that. It was almost 100 degrees yesterday. Super hot. Today is 54 degrees and rainy. I don't know where the rain came from. I didn't see it in the forecast. We got up this morning and it's my husband's day off. I don't have to go to work till late today. And we were just kind of laying there in bed. We didn't set an alarm, waiting for the sun to come out and wake us up. And it never really did. We rolled over and went, oh, it's later than we thought. Because the sun wasn't out. That's kind of confusing, huh? I don't understand what's going on with Twitter. Now you could switch your threads and not go to the back. You could just leave them sticking out. That gives it more texture. end up in the same spot. I went wrong somewhere. Because see, now I'm under. Those are the same. Let me undo. I went wrong somewhere, that one. Oh, I missed this one. Okay. I was only one off. Better. Under, over. That was a good amount of thread. I had done a good amount of yarn. That's a good spacing. I might not use all these colors. I might have more than I need because this is a very small piece. We'll just end it here. Oh, it is hard to pierce the paper with my yarn. Okay. With this needle, because it is not sharp, which is perfect for weaving, but not so good for piercing. Okay, that's a good scrap. This scrap, I don't know. Put that back in the basket. These are not long enough to do anything with. Should I just go with green? Yeah, we're gonna go with green. Thought I had this shank wrapped in such a way I can pull out the middle. Okay, that's not long enough. This little scrap came out. That's not what I wanted. Why do I have two ends now? What the heck? All right, we're just going to unravel this way. I don't know why I have two ends now. Is that enough? It's more than enough. Okay. I'm afraid that when I do these, that they're actually going to be too thick to go through my needle. They might be. Where did I end? I ended there. So I'm going to go back up through that hole, but on the other side of the warp thread so that I'm going the right way. Ooh. Over, under, yep. Nope. Nope, I'm back to this. I'm in the wrong. I did that wrong. I skipped one. Back here. Okay. You guys were probably yelling at me. You skipped one. Goodness sakes. I seem to be getting a little oval instead of circular, but that's okay. I think that's because my threads are closer together over here and further apart over here. It's stretching it out a little bit. Okay, can I get all the way around to where I started? Maybe one or two more. I need to leave myself enough of a tail. Like that. Something to tie to. Back here so it doesn't all unravel. Okay, and then maybe one more round, and I think I'm not in the mood for those two. I've changed my mind. I want either a dark color. No, that looks like black. I don't want that. Maybe this gray? No. The white? Yeah, okay. These are all kind of the same thickness of yarn, which is good. That's a fine. Where's the end? This one's not well crafted here. No. About that much. How long is this taking? Half hour. Okay. So I've already watched the next texture tag on Tuesday, and it's going to be very similar, but it's going to be on a structure. So what I think I'm going to do is, before I get started on it, I'm going to get the warp and everything planned out and ready to go before before I start the video. That's supposed to be under. So you guys don't have to watch me like create the base. You know what I mean? I think I'm going to go one round as regular, and then I'm going to start doing a more loopy stitch, because I think I want a little more texture to this. My yarns aren't very textured, but that's because I can't really get my hands in there to do it without a needle, and I don't think I can get my needle on any of the other yarns. I have no idea what I did with my yarn needles, my weaving needles. I know I had some, but I'm not going to go out and buy materials for this project. Okay, so I've gone around once. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. And under each one, I'm going to go over and under. And not pull it tight. And this should leave me with like a lumpy texture. Oop. Little lumps. See that little loop? I'm not pulling hard. I don't want it to like pull it tight. I just want a little loopy texture in there. Until I go all the way around. And then I'll just go back to regular weaving. But it'll give me a little lumpy texture in that one row. But it does disrupt the under over. But that's okay, because we're going over every single one and under every single one. They're not going to come out. I just wanted more fun texture. These are meant to be texture tags, right? Can you see what I'm doing? Am I too far? Let me move you this way. I need to get myself closer to my face. Yeah, I think on the next one, I will get started. I'll tell you how I get started, and then I'll just do most of the weaving off camera, because you guys don't need to see me weave for 30, 40 minutes on every single one of these. This is just playtime. And I really don't have much to say. One more. Okay, and then this one. Okay, so we're back to where we started. So now I'm just going to go, that's under, so I'm going to go over, under. Why is this all... Okay. Running out of thread here. Oop, those, oh, nope, those are the same. I missed one. Oh, what did I do? Oh, no. What did I do? I split my yarn, my thing. Okay. I missed one over here somewhere. My overs and my unders are not right. That's over. Okay. Missed one. Just gonna go in there. Should I leave it with all my spiky bits, or should I embellish those pieces? Don't know. Don't know what I want to do. I don't have any like fun textures like feathers or anything from before. But what I do have, let's go with this other piece that I already had. I'm going to let me do that. Okay. I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to I wish I had I need a crochet hook out here. I don't know that I have a crochet hook anywhere. I wonder where my crochet hooks are. I've got some someplace. Oh well, we're just gonna use this and try to pull it under. Because I can't get it through. And then I want to make a knot here. And then I want to go this way. If I can pull it under. Oh, no, that one's going to go over. I want it here. And then I want it here. One more. Here. And then I want to make a knot. Here. Like that. Okay. I'm going to untwist this. I think I want it shorter, about here. I don't want it to hang off my thing. But I think I'm going to untwist it. Kind of make a tassel out of it by untwisting my threads and kind of shredding them a little. Giving them more texture like that. Yeah, I think that's what I want to do. Now is the question, do I want to do more of that with the other yarns? Perhaps. Perhaps. Okay. Or do I want to leave it like that? How do I feel? I think I want to be done. I feel like that's done. I could do more. I could embellish more, but I feel like that's done. I like how it gave me, I don't know if you guys can see it. See? It gave me those loopies. That feels nice on the hand. All right. Texture tag number 11 is done. Let me put the background so you guys can see it better. I don't know why I don't like to work on this surface, but it looks good as a thumbnail. So let me zoom in. Oh, that's way off. Needs to be over here. All right, there you go. There's our texture tag on Tuesday, number 11. Follow along Jeri as she has her journey. And I will be back on next Tuesday for another texture tag on Tuesday. We'll see what we come up with. I will probably change color schemes just because, we gotta mix it up. All right, you guys have a blessed day. Go out and do something nice for someone today. Make the world a better place, one person at a time. And I'll see you later. Bye-bye.